G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I am making 10 little daisies for the October Daisy Challenge, Daisy's Travel Journal. We have a full prompts list of 31 places that Daisy's been. For those of you that have seen the prompts list and are still a little confused, there is a caption. So that's the caption she writes about the photo. And the photo is what we're illustrating. I think I made that clear, but also I just want to reiterate just to anyone that had a second question about that. The place, the location is where she is, or where she thinks she is. You know what Daisy's like. She's pretty wild. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, back in October 2018 for Inktober, I created a Daisy prompts list. So it was this. Daisy is a quite imaginative young lady, and she goes on her own little adventures, imaginary or for real, who knows. And we had these prompt passages which were all together combined to make a little storybook, and people got really into it in 2018. I loved it. We actually didn't do it for 2019 because I did more of a secret Inktober project whilst I was working on Creator Box stuff, and I was going back to Australia, and like I was really busy around that season. Not any less busy this year. If you watched last week's video, I'm sure you heard. But in any case, I wanted to bring her back this year. I want to see Daisy again. I miss her. I love seeing her pop up everywhere. I draw her from time to time. And the best part for me is that she is a challenge in and of herself because she can be interpreted a billion different ways, and that is my absolute favorite thing about it. I have not so closely linked this to Inktober this year, just for the sake of staying out of whatever is going on over there. I really don't want to be involved. So I mean, do it for Inktober if you want. Practice your ink. I think people have already decided whether they're going to be involved or not, and as I said, nothing to do with me, so I'm not going to put my 2 cents where it's not worth. But I'm just going to say that it's Daisy's prompt list, just like it was before. It's kind of just a thing that I like to do, just to have our own prompts list to work on. I know the world doesn't need another one, but what are you going to do? I'm going to put 2 out there in October anyway, so take it or leave it, I guess. You'll be spoilt for choice. So people are maybe doing this or Whimsy Ween. I would hope that I get some time to do both somehow. I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed. I really want to do it. I think it's going to be really fun. But for today, I actually just used some offcuts of little watercolor cardstock. I'd made 4x6 little 4-inch by 6-inch little little pieces of cardstock, watercolor cardstock. So I'm going to illustrate my Inktober on those, well, I plan to anyway. And these were the little offcuts that I had left. So I wanted to make some daisies. I actually put Instagram live on while I was doing this. So thank you, and a big shout out to everyone that was with me as they were fly on the wall watching me create this YouTube video. I did 5 extra ones because I know I did 5 on the stream, but I wanted to make sure that you weren't just seeing what you'd already seen before. So I put 5 extra ones at the end as well. I will just say the last one stopped filming halfway through because I had a camera issue. So there's only half the footage of that one, but you'll see it finished anyway at the end. But there are 10 daisies to look at. Like I said, if you're kind of wondering what she's about, it's just we interpret her differently. She has her stories, she has her little adventures. You know, this year she's got her Daisy's travel journal, so she's traveled all over the world and sent us back her first completed travel journal to, you know, keep safe while she continues to travel. Don't know how she's doing it at this point, but you know what she's like. And the thing that I love most is that everyone's going to create a different Daisy. I find that most people put a bit of themselves into her, which is quite revealing, and I really do enjoy that, to be honest. But it's completely up to you. We have a few characteristics, and if you go to my website, jameslukeberg.com, it's listed in the description below. There's actually a cheat sheet that you can download that will show you the characteristics and address that we'd like to put her in sometimes. But again, everything open for interpretation. There's also a free download of the illustrated prompts list, just a little bit extra. They're all written out there if you want anyway, just a bit more plain version, but there's an illustrated version I did just in case you were looking to get yourself started with something fancy. But I encourage you to just go for it. I've mentioned this, I mentioned on the live stream today, but this prompts list is just for us to enjoy ourselves and have fun. If it gets you started, it's done its job. You really don't have to take any of this too seriously or too literally. I will change my mind as I go. Some people do Daisy spin-offs. Some people stick really close to the brief and trying to keep themselves on a theme or to keep a consistent Daisy. Personally, I change her every single time. I love changing her every single time. I tried Mermaid this year, doing the same thing every day, and honestly, couldn't bear it after day 2. So that's why I've kind of let myself off the hook here. It's not really an Inktober because I'm not going to be using ink the whole way through. I'm not really concerned about learning any more about ink right now. I just want to have fun revisiting a source of inspiration that a lot of us had fun with before. So really excited to see how everyone interprets Daisy. Really excited to see whatever spin-offs you do. I also want to make sure that I've mentioned this. I know I've put it in writing and I've mentioned it before, but no better place than a YouTube video, because I feel like that's where most people congregate every week for me on a Friday. I just wanted to let you know that Daisy is not something I police or copyright. It is a prompts list for you to do whatever you want to do with it. I cannot speak for other people and how they do what they do in their own communities, but since Daisy is something that I created and I made up and I gifted over to everyone in the Facebook group and anyone in the community, I really don't mind. If you want to use all of this to make yourself a little picture book, if you want to go and make stickers, if you want to go and make washi tape, all I ask is that please share it with us. Like, share a photo and let us know what you've made, because we want to see. And if it's stickers, possibly buy. You know what I'm like. So I don't want you to feel like you really have to worry about that with Daisy. Obviously, other things are a different matter, but for this specifically, this prompts list is for you to have fun with. She's kind of a community project, so don't feel like you have to stick to anything too literally, or like you can't do what you want to do with her. If you want to change her story, go change her story. I guess all I'm saying is, if you're making stickers, don't take someone else's Daisy to do it. You might have to come up with your own, but I won't police you about that. So I even put on my website, I believe I put a little disclaimer that says you have my permission. Just wanted to make that clear, because we've had people made books before. I've had a few ladies who've made books and gifted them to their grandchildren for Christmas, which was absolutely heartwarming to see. So if you want to do something like that, please, by all means. I know some people have even started their own separate journals for Daisy's travel journal. I am literally just I'm waiting till October to see it, because I'm doing this literally the day before October, so I need to be patient before I start to see daisies pop up everywhere. But please flood the social media feeds. I'm excited to see it, and I hope you're excited to do it as well. All of the daisies you've seen on screen are, again, just randomized. I'm doing anything and everything I want to do with it. I'm just having fun. If I feel like I want to do it, that's what I want to do. And so they're going to turn out completely differently every single time, because I'm not sticking to anything. If you've never seen Daisy before, the only thing that really kind of connects, one Daisy to the next are a few of the characteristics, and they're really open for interpretation as well. The big round glasses, I think I forgot her glasses once though, but it is what it is. Literally once, I think. I'm pretty sure I forgot them. But the big round glasses we love, and the freckles. She's got freckles, and she also has what I call scalloped hair, which is just that kind of looped pattern. But I also use the scallops as a repeating motif as well. So a lot of her skirt has scalloped edges. If you're going to be a bit more purist and add her skirt or her dress, she has a little capelet that's scalloped as well, and then the hem of her dress is scalloped. She also has bows. She loves bows, because I love bows, and I can't help but make everything about myself. Which I will say, if you are going to make a prompts list, I mean, you want to make one that you want to do, right? So it just makes sense to me that every time I do a prompts list, or every time I do some kind of merch, or what's it called, like a stamp set or washi tape, it is exactly what I want to use. So I'm unapologetically doing everything for myself now, and I've come to the realization, I came to it a long time ago, that it would be easier for me to show you how into it I was, if it is actually something I want to enjoy and be into. So hopefully I just find like-minded people who like that. If not, I understand. It's not going to be for everyone, but it is certainly for me, and I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed having everyone in the Instagram live watching this video come together today. That was actually really interesting. That fly on the wall kind of like watch me in my workspace thing. I don't know, I felt very Big Brother, which I enjoy. Not the American one though, Australian, and not even the later Australian ones, like the early Australian ones, with Friday Night Live. Is that what it was called? Friday Night Games? Something. It was called something. You know those games I'm talking about? I don't know how many Big Brother fans there are watching this video. Anyway, so this is Daisy. We have the Whimsy Ween prompts list as well. Please go and check it out on the blog if you're curious to know any more, or I've not done a good job of explaining. I was going to do a play-by-play of everything that I was doing, but I guess I can do that. I can do that right now. I've spritzed my paper with water. I'm doing this ink bleed technique. I've taught this before. I did this in the first Daisy Inktober, and then I taught this for one of the Art Journaling the Magic, the was chapter meetings we did. Uh, we called it Blooming Sketches, and we did beetles with them, so it was actually really, really fun. I have a lot of these little ink bloom drawings in my journals now, and I don't know what it is. I just love the randomness of it. And everything kind of works a little bit differently. This platinum carbon ink fountain pen is great because it bleeds the ink out of the nib really easily, especially if you've got a puddle of water like that. And what was really interesting is this is the first time I think that the ink has dried almost exactly as I saw it, wet. Usually when it's settling into the paper, it does this, it kind of settles a bit and it kind of blurs, and you can get like just a really regular puddle. This time it kept a lot of that swirling texture in it, which I thought was incredible. So really, really happy with this one. Wouldn't be surprised if 15 of my daisies were just ink bleed sketches at this point. I don't know. I really like it. It feels very magical to me, which is why I taught it at the Wizarding Artists Society chapter meeting. I forgot what month that was, so please don't ask me because I won't let you know. It was when it was. You could look at my Instagram. I'm sure you could backdate it that way. I did the same thing for the hair. So sometimes I wet the paper and let it soak in and then draw over the top for a really light bleed. There are ways to kind of control how much the ink will bleed. And then other times I would leave a puddle so that I could get a very dramatic effect. And this is just fantastic. I love this. It's also really fun to try this with a brush pen, like the Pentel pigment brush just off to the right of the screen, because that leaves a lot of ink as well. You want to use a pen that will let the ink flow through it. So kind of like Unipin fine lines and, ballpoint pens, gel pens even, they don't really flow ink. You really want like a brush pen that's got a pretty open well, or a fountain pen for that technique if you're going to try it. Obviously in a very Tim Burton mood. This one was my little kind of Tim Burton inspired daisy. Also kind of looks like Roger the Alien from American Dad, which if you don't know, from time to time I do go on American Dad binges. And it's so weird. I feel like it's like very against my personality, but I don't know, every now and again it somehow becomes the most funny thing I've seen. So let that be what it is. So it's a bit Roger the Alien meets Daisy meets Tim Burton. Love this. Obviously the Tim Burton kick, because Virtual Voyage will be starting October 12th. That is also open for registration, so I should just let you know, if you have not received your coupon, your return student coupon, that was sent out to anyone who's ever been a part of JLB Creative on Teachable. So if you've done Merry Mixed Media or any of one of my other online workshops, then you should have received that coupon. Please check your junk mail if you haven't received it. And if you haven't, please email me, jameslukeburke@msn.com. Just put coupon code in the subject line so I can get you that return student coupon, which is to the value of $30. So it's a great value for coming back and doing another virtual voyage. If not, that is completely fine. I love to share all of our work on social media, so just keep an eye out for all of that, because there's going to be a lot going on. Also, as the day that this is going up, I believe I'll be teaching at the triannual Wizarding Artists Society convention. I might have got that wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if that's the exact name that it is, but Art Journaling the Magic, Wizarding Artists Society, I should be teaching either today or tomorrow. I'm so bad with times right now. September and October are just one big blur to me. I'll be happy once some things have eased up on my schedule, and then I think I'll be able to understand everything a little bit better. Once Virtual Voyage starts, I think I'll then understand where everything's happening and how it's happening. But up until then, it's a blur. I love that little pink granny one. She looks like a little Granny Peg doll. I really like the ink blooming sketches. That's dry. Can you see how that retained all of its ink blotting swirl? I loved that. I also really like that Tim Burton one, even though it looks really ugly. And she's beautiful too. That really loose kind of. I just love that one. I like her too. I like a lot of these, so it's actually going to be really hard not to completely focus on Daisy's prompt list right now because I'm feeling very motivated to get it done, but I do have to prioritize. And so hopefully we see her again. I hope you're having a great start to your monthly challenge. Until next time, bye.